Across the globe, there are places which aspire to provide the most exclusive of holiday experiences. Luxurious.
What I am doing is the best you can get in the moment.
Adventurous.
Oh my God, lions! Oh my goodness!
And sometimes quirky.
He is one of the most famous guests, and he has a fan club. He has an Instagram of over 10,000 followers.
But what challenges do these hotels face, and how do they strive to be a top destination?
Anybody could have bricks and mortar in the right location, but in order to stay relevant, I do think it's important to innovate.
With exclusive access, we go behind the scenes.
All right, now let me take you to one of our specialty suites.
Following the staff who work around the clock.
Guys, we need to be fast, yeah? The guest is waiting.
To deliver to their guests whatever it takes to impress.
When you go from one room to the other, you go into another piece of art.
Notice the view is like no other in the world.
All our guests love fantasy and happiness.
We take care of every guest and make them feel like kings.
From Asia to Arizona, Kenya to the Caribbean, Dubai to India. Step behind the scenes of some of the world's most incredible hotels. Australia, famous for its year-round sunshine, buzzing modern cities, and vast expanses of unspoilt outback. In the state of Victoria is the nation's most populous city, Melbourne, and a grand city centre hotel that dates back to 1883. With elegant, original architecture, the hotel offers traditional butler hospitality and strives to deliver a personal home away from home.
We are unique simply because the fact that no other hotel in Melbourne can offer the 135-year-old history.
In contrast, away from the bustling city, lies a hotel in the rolling hills of the Mornington Peninsula. Very much connected with its environment, the hotel has its own self-sufficient water supply and working vineyard, with the aim of offering guests much more than just a place to stay.
Jackalope is about that design and art element, and it's pushing the boundaries of what guests would perceive a hotel on a vineyard to be.
In the heart of cosmopolitan Melbourne is the historical heritage hotel, the Windsor. With a premier location in the middle of the restaurant and theatre district opposite Parliament House, it's been welcoming guests since it first opened in 1883.
George Nipper, who was the first owner of the hotel, he had the foresight to see that the city, Melbourne, would require a prominent hotel that could be a landmark as far as Melbourne is concerned.
The hotel pays homage to its rich history by showcasing heritage memorabilia throughout.
It's something for the guests to take a look at in terms of and get a feel and understanding of the history of the hotel. Again, the history goes back 135 years, so we've got a very, very strong history and lots to tell our guests of the story of the hotel.
Ajit Ral is the hotel's chief financial officer and has been working there since 1993.
We have a hotel that has a 136-year-old history. So keeping that in mind, tradition is very important to us. We have to make sure that we give a level of luxury, a level of service that meets the requirement of the modern traveller, but at the same time reflects the history and the level of services that take us back all this time in history.
Having welcomed guests for over a century, the hotel likes to think their front of house makes a good first impression.
Hello, welcome back, ladies.
Bunny got hit by a UFO.
Russell Wilson is one of the hotel's doormen and is responsible for helping to shape a guest's stay in the city from the moment they enter.
First impressions make a count. You're leaving us. Would you like a taxi?
Your first impression was so wonderful.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. First impressions, I believe, is important in all aspects. So if you can win the customer before they even walk into the hotel, smile or make them feel welcome and so on. So like a snowball effect. Please, ladies, come on in.
With 17 years at the hotel, Russell has seen it all.
Working in hospitality, you get to meet people from all walks of life. In this job, I've met prime ministers. I've met a lot of people in different walks of life in movies. So I've met people from all walks of life.
With 180 rooms, the hotel can sleep up to 300 people per night. Things can get busy very quickly.
Sometimes there can be pressure. You know, it all happens at once. People checking in, and because I'm by myself, you know, it can build up, and you would like to just scream sometimes. Morning. Excuse me. Hello, welcome. Would you like some help with your bags?
We go out of our way to make sure the guest is always happy. At the same time, our staff are always upfront, so they are very important to us, making sure that we offer a perfect level of guest experience. So guest experience is the main thing.
Please, come on in, ladies.
For Russell, this place is his home away from home.
I've got 3 sisters. I don't get to see them as much as I would like to. This is my family, you know. I get to see more of these people every day of the week. Hello, sir, please.
Thank you very much.
Please, have a great day.
You too.
No, I love my job. I've been able to interact, get to know a bit about where they're from, what they like about Melbourne. I just love talking, you know. Gift of the gab, I just have that.
Although Russell is used to the spotlight, it's his sidekick, Kiwi, who often steals the show.
Good morning. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello, Puppy.
This is Kiwi. Kiwi's a New Zealand dog, and Kiwi's about 4 years of age. Kiwi's my second in command, my right-hand helper. So Kiwi looks after the door when I'm not here. Wow. Kids love Kiwi. When you have an animal and you get all those kids around it, you know, it's supposed to be working. He gets all those licks to those kids. He just loves the attention.
Russell and Kiwi on the door reveals a side of the hotel that may not be obvious from the outside, but seems popular with guests.
Being an individual hotel, we cannot offer the same, say, loyalty programs or the point systems that the other, but we compensate by a very high level of service that we offer. The memories are of, you know, people, and that's what brings people back time and time and again.
An hour's drive south of Melbourne City is the architectural fusion hotel Jackalope. Its striking zinc-clad exterior is in stark contrast to the rural farms and rolling vineyards of the Mornington Peninsula that surround it. It's these unique qualities that make it so unusual.
Jackalope is a mythical creature. It's a cross between a rabbit and an antelope. So we have an 8-metre sculpture in our piazza of the jackalope. We decided that we'd use that jackalope, the 2 elements that come together. So the rabbit is the bunny, the cute, the cuddly, the warm, the friendly, and that's what we want our staff to be. We want our staff to be engaging with our guests. We try and avoid using sir and madam. We try and use first names to be really friendly and like we're welcoming guests into our home, and that's the rabbit side. Then we have the antelope side that has the antlers, and that's quite fierce, and it's also quite dark and masculine. And that's what we want the architecture to be. So as each jackalope opens, the architecture will be quite bold and striking and dark and mysterious. And those are how the 2 elements of our brand come together.
The hotel has become well known for offering guests a tranquil place to stay away from the busyness of the city. And they also have their own on-site vineyard. With just 45 rooms, it could be described as a boutique hotel. Guests who want to stay here book well in advance. Tracy Atherton has been working as the general manager since it opened in April 2017.
Hey Jessie, how are you? Good, good. All ready for today? One of our mottos is that we want our guests to escape reality. And when they come here, they stay here for at least 2 days. And because there are restaurants here, there's wine here, there's swimming pool, there's so many aspects, and the guests just stay here and we get to know our guests, rather than just being a one-stop shop and they sleep and they leave.
The hotel owners believe that the building itself makes an impact with its unusual exterior and interior design.
We have invested in amazing art installations here. And it's not art that's hanging on the wall, it's the 10,000 light bulbs in the ceiling of Doot Doot Doot. And it's the 8-metre sculpture of the jackalope as guests enter the hotel. And that's what I love, because that's a point of difference to a normal hotel.
With so much to see on site, the hotel itself is often part of many visitors' itinerary.
After you. Good morning,
Morning,
ladies.
Good morning.
Hello, hello. How are we today? Very, very.
Ensuring that the rooms and suites please their guests is the responsibility of housekeeping manager Elizabeth.
Well, my job is housekeeping manager. So I work here making sure the rooms are beautiful, maintained, fresh for the guests. We got here beautiful rooms. High rate is high expectations. Our guests arrive here to have an experience. What is jackalope? A rare concept of beauty here in Mornington Peninsula.
Today, Elizabeth is briefing the housekeeping team. The hotel is at full capacity, which means they all need to be on their toes to manage the turnaround service in time.
For today, we got 8 arrivals, we got 8 departures, and 17 stayovers. So please remember, what is the difference in between us, a 5-star hotel, and a normal hotel?
The only other thing, just remember any maintenance issues that you see in the room, so chipped doors or walls, stained carpets, let us know so we can log it. And we do have a VIP going into room 22, so she's a news reporter and she's an early arrival as well. So she'll be here about 1 o'clock, so we'll let you know when she is on premise.
All right, that's it. Thank you very much, ladies. You can go to your rooms.
Thank you.
So the busiest hour of our day is 11 o'clock when all of our guests check out, and then also at 3 o'clock when all our guests check in. So we have 4 hours to turn around the hotel and get all rooms clean, to check everyone in at 3 o'clock. So that can be challenging and quite stressful.
Housekeeping is the most important department in the hotel. We are backstage. We are the one make things happen and not a lot of recognition. So give it that spirit to my team that we are important.
While her team gets to work on the rooms, Elizabeth checks the standard in one of the suites, as a VIP is due to arrive shortly.
What are you doing? You're stripping the bed right now, yeah? You know the estimate time of the guest today is going to be at 1 p.m., so we need to get ready earlier today.
It's a team effort that requires everyone to pull together if they're going to get the suite ready in time.
So what we do now, we're gonna make all the linen on the middle, we kick it out of the room, we put it outside. You need to have a plan B as an executive housekeeper manager. And if I have to clean, I do for them. I strip for them because it's actually my role to make things happen.
Housekeeping.
They may be under pressure to get their room ready, but Elizabeth won't sign off on any room until everything is looking perfect.
I'm concerned about that one here because it's, you know, sometimes the guests take it and here it's broken on the corners.
Sure.
So is a possibility to do something about
we'll repair that today.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's starting to crack again as well.
And what we do to solve this problem?
I'll be able to repair that.
Fantastic.
The guest has arrived and is ready to check in. But does the room meet Elizabeth's standard of perfection?
Well, the room is ready, so I'm gonna contact reception to bring the guests up to the room.
Back Back in the heart of the city at the Windsor Hotel, it's not just head doorman Russell Wilson who's having a busy day.
My job is a chief concierge, and chief concierge basically I'm involved for every single thing that guests request to make everything comfortable.
The hotel is fully booked, which means that Ali and his team are very busy. It's Ali's job as chief concierge to ensure that all the guests feel like they're receiving the VIP treatment.
It is something that internationally guests, the first thing that they want to see is a concierge at the desk, because they feel more comfortable. They know that you can just rely on them. You can throw the question, look, I want to go someday. Can you make an appointment, appointment to see a doctor, a dentist, reservation, or appointment to their meeting appointment? Sometimes you have to do that. My parents used to take me on the school holiday to this international hotel. Well, I'm always mesmerizing in the lobby area. I'm sitting there, could be an hour, just looking at people passing by.
For Ali and many of the staff here, their roles on the team are important parts of the experience the hotel wants for its visitors from across the world.
It's a glamorous hotel. It's one of the iconic hotels in Australia. It's just, as soon as coming to the door, the woo factor is just woo. We're not hotel chain. We're not working for a big hotel chain. We are family by itself. And we look after the customer just like part of our family. I told all my staff, look, treat the customer as the guest coming to your home to come for dinner or come to stay for the weekend.
Even when the hotel is busy, it's Ali's job to make sure that the needs of the guests are still being met, whatever it takes.
Good afternoon, concierge. This is Ali. Yes, what can I do for you?
There are different challenges that come across every day. There are different issues, different needs of the guests. Our focus is mainly from the guest point of view. So.
Okay, I'll speak to you shortly. Thank you.
The hotel's afternoon tea is a popular event for guests and day visitors alike. It's often booked up weeks in advance.
Kevin, good afternoon. Good. Kev, I have the very urgent request for the afternoon tea. Yes. It's for 4 people. Can you fit it up for you? This is a VIP guest.
VIP?
Yes.
Ali's worked at the hotel since 2008. His charm and powers of persuasion help when trying to get last-minute requests organised with his colleagues.
Can we arrange the table in the side, Barbie? Just 4 people. I have a wonderful team. It's the best team I ever have since I work in the hotel industry. They all have a different character. Really all have the character, but I give them a freedom to talk to each guest. I'm not strict. I'm not going to run my staff with stiffness. Everyone have to stand there. We have said, look, the flexibility. The multicultural that we have from any corner of the country that working with us, which is a nice way to do it.
So I will put them by the window for you.
Yes, yeah. Great.
Consider it done.
Thank you.
In the wine region of the Mornington Peninsula, one of the biggest draws to the Jackalope Hotel is its location. An hour's drive from the busy city district, the hotel also has its own vineyard, producing wine that guests can experience. David Rain is the cellar door manager and in charge of overseeing the wine operation.
Right now we're just going to head out into the vineyard, see if there are a few of the last remaining grapes to pick.
The hotel was built in 2017 on a pre-existing vineyard, which has quickly become one of the biggest draws for day visitors who come for the hotel's prestigious wine pairing.
I know that there's a rogue Chardonnay vine among the Pinot Gris down here that we've missed. We want to keep the Pinot Gris on the vine, but this Chardonnay is well overdue for a pick, so we may as well get at that. We have nets here to keep the birds out and sometimes keep the kangaroos out.
A wine pairing session has been booked for later today that will use much of the hotel's stock, so David is busy trying to source more grapes for its wine collection.
Harvesting the grape is actually pretty simple. Once it's ripe enough, You just come along like this and you're pruning off the bunches, basically. You drop them into the bucket. But this is the most sort of laborious part of the whole process. We hand pick everything here, we don't use machines. It's nice. It's nice and delicate, but it's just part of the boutique winery thing. You know, as much as you can do manually, the better. These are really juicy. These are great grapes. Winemakers typically are, it's agriculture, it's science, it's creativity, and every winemaker is a little bit crazy. And that is the last of the Chardonnay. Take it up to the winery, job's done.
Back in the hotel, Group Director of Food and Beverage, Joseph Murray, is preparing for today's wine pairing class.
So we got 2 different wines. So Willow Creek 2017 current vintage. So basically Chardonnay is a winemaker, bit of neutral oak and mix up the new oak. New oyster, nice and refreshing.
So I think this wine will go fantastic with the mussel dish, which really celebrates the region. The guests love them as a dish, and I think it's a fantastic match.
The hotel can host up to 500 people every week, and many come here to sample the flavours of the region.
Because it's a vineyard and people do park and leave their car and hand us their car keys, and we say you can escape reality. So on arrival, our guests are given a complimentary glass of wine, and then we encourage people to head over to Rare Hair, do the wine tasting with David, come back and have a cocktail in Flagadoot. When we think that our guests have had a little bit too much, we have to cut them off, and it happens quite often.
It's getting busy in the kitchen as the hotel group executive chef, Guy Stanaway, uses a local delicacy that will be paired with one of the wines.
So Michael here is preparing our showcase of Flinders mussels. So within 20 minutes drive from here is the most beautiful mussels that we've ever come across. So we offer a kariagi mussel, which has just been fried very lightly, and we serve it back in the shell. Beautiful chef. Cool. So this is the first component for the dish. As you can see, we've got beautiful amaranth in there, we've got some salad burnet, we've got dill, and then we've obviously got some basil as well. Really, really sort of light, fresh, super textural, great sort of showcase for the mussel. So this is the second component, and yeah, again, just really sort of focusing on those beautiful clean flavours. And then this is the final mussel here. So this is the kariagi, or the fried mussel with the wakame butter. And then we've just got some samphire, which has been very lightly pickled, and then just dusted over the top.
Back in the vineyard, David is about to start his favourite part of the winemaking process.
Smell that. This is the 2019 Pinot, which is currently fermenting in this tub here. It'll do this process for about 3 weeks. And what happens is the skins rise to the top, and what we do is we just gently plunge the skins back through the juice, and that imparts flavour and texture and colour. It's actually a really sensual part of the process. The idea is to not get too boisterous about things here. It's all about a gentleness of touch. That's why they get me to do it.
Every year, the vineyard produces around 5,000 bottles of Pinot Grigio and 12,000 of Chardonnay. It's a big reason why this hotel has become so popular since it opened in 2017. Back in the city, at the Windsor Hotel, behind-the-scenes staff training is taking place. With a reputation as one of the oldest and most established grand hotels in Melbourne, it has to ensure that all staff get the training that prepares them for the traditions and customs that it's known for. The hotel has 2 butlers, whose job is to try to ensure that the guests get the level of service that they're expecting.
There's no such thing, you're VIP or not. So everyone who comes to the Windsor Hotel is VVIP guest. Yes, and my job is to look after them. When the VVIP comes in a hotel, we are always here to accommodate them.
Joseph de Rosario has been working at the hotel for 45 years. It's his experience and attention to detail that makes him ideal to help train other butlers coming through the ranks.
Butler service is not easy service. It has to go into detail. We have to be extremely flexible, and we have to go out of our boundary, out of our comfort zone to please the guests.
Today, with the help of fellow experienced butler John, he's teaching new trainee Tom how to set up for an important dinner party that's taking place this evening.
Okay, just a little bit on this side, so it'll be all right. So.
Is it okay if there's
No, there shouldn't be, because yeah, there you go. And then this is just an underlayer for the table. So on top of this, we're going to put a proper tablecloth. And if it needs ironing, we're going to iron a little bit, just to smooth it out a little bit, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you.
We have to make sure that the team here is doing everything that reflects on the styles, the tradition that comes across with that time.
The role of a butler isn't just meeting and greeting. They also need to have a good eye for detail, something Tom is keen to learn.
And this one, if you stand here, and you can see... Okay, Tom, perfectly what you have done so far is good. But one thing you have to make sure it looks straight, right? Like this one, you have to put in a straight line. So that's it. And then you go on the other side and have a look. Still crooked, but that's it. So that's very, very important. When the guest sits, they don't want to see anything missing, yeah? So
not many hotels today offer butler services. We have butlers as a part of our team, which is a service that we offer to make sure the guest is welcome and sees the tradition there.
So we're going to start from here.
Shall I sit it onto the table?
No, you hold it. Yeah, we don't put the host first, we put the host last. We start with the guest first, yeah? Thank you.
Joseph may have 45 years' experience, but it doesn't mean his job is easy.
And then you put the entree knife and the main fork, a knife and a fork first. Training a new butler is very hard and very patient. You have to be very patient. You have to be very polite to them, because you can't just rush things. You have to give everything in detail. The more you explain, the more communication you do with them, the more you communicate with them, the more they learn. It has to be identical. So make sure this and that one straight, and this and that gets straight. Yeah? Always you have to be thorough with them. You just can't say, put this glass on the table. They will put the glass on the table. You don't know. You didn't explain to them where it goes, so they don't know. So you have to explain, a lot of communication, bits and pieces, and eye for detail. You have to have eye for detail. That's very, very important in the job.
Tom might be learning the tricks of the trade, but his lesson isn't over yet.
What do you think, John? It looks good? Looking good? Yeah?
I think the host will be very pleased.
For Chief Financial Officer Ajit, the butler service is vital in maintaining the hotel's deep-rooted history.
We offer service with tradition. So that makes us different, and that is what we are always trying to offer, a guest experience that is different to others, but a high level of service, comfort, and all the modern facilities that a guest would expect.
In the Mornington Peninsula region, away from the chaos of the city, it's shaping up to be a busy day for the staff at Jackalope. It may have a relaxing location and look like a stress-free environment, but that doesn't mean that it's not hectic behind the scenes.
Aaron, maintenance. Busy day yesterday with the power outage.
Yeah,
yes.
The fire alarm
and the
had a fault last night.
Yeah, I got the message at 3 a.m. Did you? Yeah.
That was just the communication.
Aaron is the hotel's maintenance manager.
I've spoken to the dishwashers in the restaurant. They're going to be serviced before the restaurant opens today.
Okay, just a general service?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you.
This morning, Aaron is doing his checks of the hotel.
So this is the basement of the hotel. We've got 200,000 litres of storage water at any one stage, and then we filter 30,000 litres of that water to be used at the hotel or by the restaurants. And it's all filtered by the filtration system here. At the moment we've got 100% of filtered water and 60% full tanks.
When the hotel was built in 2017, there was no running water supply. So the management had to think of a sustainable and self-sufficient way of getting water that wouldn't affect the guest experience.
So when we built the hotel, we had to build the basement large enough to accommodate all of the water tanks that are down there. Engineering had a very hard time in making sure that the hotel operated.
Running a luxury hotel sustainably and self-sufficiently has its own challenges.
The roof had to be built in a certain way so that when the water comes off the roof, it gets trapped and goes down into the basement. So the very complex decisions that we had to decide actually at pre-opening stage.
Below, the kitchen staff are busy preparing for their lunchtime rush, unaware that above them, Aaron is trying to ensure that they have basic provisions like running water to work with and that the whole hotel can operate.
One of the main things that we have to keep an eye on here at the hotel is the water. We don't have any mains water supply. We catch all our water from the roof, and day to day we'd be checking the chemistry of the water and also checking water levels and making sure that we've got enough water to get us through to the next day. Up here on the roof we have hot water for all the hotel and kitchens. That's solar hot water and then boosted by gas. We've got all our aircon units for all of the rooms and the extraction for the hotel, and we've also got solar hot water blanket for the pool.
A luxury hotel can't leave anything to chance, and it's Aaron's job to try to ensure that the guests are never adversely affected by the eco-friendly operations.
This is the solar hot water, so I'm just checking what temperature we're getting before the gas has to kick in and heat at that additional amount of temperature. So these are the backup gas heaters for the kitchen, and then we've got gas heaters for the hotel. So they kick in when the days are overcast and the solar can't keep up.
I think behind the scenes is vital to a guest stay that they don't see. It's engineering who are making sure that the hotel is immaculate at all times to make sure the guests have the most amazing stay.
As the evening draws in, things are getting busy in the kitchen as they prepare for a full service at the in-house restaurant. Group Director of Food and Beverage, Joseph Murray, is briefing his team.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to this evening's service, Doot Doot Doot. Let's just run through our guests for the evening. We have 3 guests on 8 to 9. We do a long service, breakfast, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. So, you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of different moving parts, let's say. So just make sure that everyone's okay and make sure my managers are supported well enough, that their teams are okay and everyone's doing what they need to do. 2 guests on table 18. The wife is pregnant and with their second child. Thank you for letting us know. So please check on dietaries. As we know, every lady's different when it comes to being pregnant, so just check. And they would like to have a really good time simply because this is the last time they will dine out before they have 2 children. So let's make sure that they have a wonderful time.
This restaurant has established a reputation not only within the Melbourne region, but across Australia.
In this particular restaurant, we have a lot of people here celebrating certain things, you know, which could be anniversaries, could be birthdays. So people see it as a restaurant that they can celebrate a great occasion. And so we like to deliver, let's say, a formal, but not too formal kind of dining experience where people engage.
The focus on locally sourced produce has also influenced the way this restaurant was designed, and its centrepiece draws in the crowds.
Doot 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 is all about fermentation. That's why we have the ceiling of 10,000 light bulbs, and it reflects when wine is being made, it's bubbling away in the vats, and that's called the fermentation stage. So the ceiling of 10,000 light bulbs reflects the bubbling away of when champagne is being made.
In the kitchen, Group Executive Chef Guy Stanaway is preparing a dish for some guests who've just sat down in the restaurant. They've booked the special 5-course tasting menu.
One of the dishes that we've got on at the moment is a Mooloolaba king prawn, which we've just cooked really lightly on the char grill. But yeah, we'll get it on. So the charring of this gives it a really sort of smoky flavour, which we really like, and it works really well with the pairing of the carrots. and we try and utilise as much as we possibly can from our garden too. So obviously we're really lucky. We've got 100 metres of raised beds, and yeah, we grow for a lot of garnish, a lot of flowers, that sort of thing. I think for me it's really sort of showcasing some beautiful Australian produce.
We do a lovely sort of 5-course tasting menu, which includes wine pairings, and we change our menu once a month, which presents its challenges as well, because then we have to, of course, train all of our staff, prepare tasting notes, prepare for any allergies, dietary requirements. At this day and age, there's a lot of different eating habits, let's say, so probably in the last 5 years, it's exploded in terms of vegan guests, pescatarian, vegetarian, you name it, there's everything. So we have to get all of our staff to be aware of these changes in society and make sure that we cater well and do it professionally and do it with passion at the same time.
The restaurant is starting to fill up. And while Guy continues cooking the 5-course tasting menu in the kitchen, beverage manager Tioni Nasland is getting ready for the after-dinner drinks.
So I'm just going downstairs, just setting up the bar, getting it ready. So I'm just grabbing ice, fruit, anything that needs, spirits and all that kind of stuff.
We have a wonderful cocktail bar. You would have spent some time with Tioni, my bar manager, who was in Flagadoot.
So I want to make one of our signature cocktails called 2 Years Abroad. And this story I got from Selena at the front desk. It's about the time she went to Canada and absolutely loved it and met her boyfriend. So in it is fresh lemon, which I've just done. And what we do is we kind of pre-batch our spirits, just things that won't go off, that can last for a long time. So in here we have Blanco tequila, a little bit of amaretto, just around amaretto, and a little bit of peach liqueur, so from the brand's Merlot. There's a lot of flavor in there. And then we do freshly pressed lemon, little bit of orgeat. So orgeat is a almond syrup. Then a little bit of cinnamon, house-made cinnamon syrup. So we use cinnamon quills for this rather than your cinnamon powder. Just has that, it's just a different kind of flavor, which I absolutely love. A few dashes of absinthe. So yes, this cocktail is served in a highball glass with just a nice little ice spear. Double strain the cocktail. Just a touch of soda. Then a cinnamon quill. Just kind of torch just to bring out those cinnamon flavors. And 2 Years Abroad.
The cocktails have become a popular part of the experience for drinkers staying at the hotel. Back in the city, at the Windsor, with lunchtime approaching, things are beginning to heat up in the kitchens as the staff prepare for their signature afternoon tea.
Morning, guys. Morning. How are you? Every day we need to run very fast because of we have a lot of customers here, so a lot of guests, so around 100 to 200, 250 per day. So we need to be very efficient. I try to be very efficient in my creation as well. So I try to do very simple things, but I try to look for the taste and try to create tasting emotion.
With a full hotel, it's all hands on deck to ensure the tea lives up to its reputation.
We've been serving afternoon tea for the last over 100 years. The traditional afternoon tea, it's a segment that we are known in not just Melbourne, but across Australia. So we literally own that segment. It is something that we get over 50,000, 60,000 covers a year, which is phenomenal as far as the number of guests that we can offer afternoon tea across to.
Jeremy Parmentier is the head pastry chef and is under constant pressure to innovate to impress the guests.
We are trying to be a bit different than the other hotel and to find a new idea every day.
Working closely with Jeremy and his team for the desserts and for the pastries he makes at the moment are sublime. They're absolutely brilliant. And for me, it's to work very closely with him to create something classical, you know, the shiny gloss on top of the glazes of the cakes.
Thomas Brockbank is the executive chef at the Windsor.
What's important for us is about getting it correct, getting it the same. You know, we have the great silverware, we have the stature of the building, we have the decor to go with it. And I think it just shines with all our glass and our silverware. You know, it just sets the mood in the room.
A big part of the afternoon tea is the cakes that are made in-house.
My favorite things to do, I think this is creation and to decorate the cake, to make it very beautiful. And I like to share with each other and with the guests. And I really like when some guests give me some feedback. I really appreciate it.
Hey mate, how you going?
Hi chef.
How's
good morning.
Prep going, all right?
Yeah, all good for the moment.
Yeah, good?
Yeah.
Looking good, huh?
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
How's the team ready to go for this morning?
Yeah, this morning they're very good, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, all good for now. Cool. But you want to check?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Guests are starting to arrive in the restaurant. Jeremy's conscious of the constraints they're up against, but it's his job to make sure that the quality of what they produce is always consistent.
Steve, how's prep going today, mate? How you going?
All good. All good, yeah.
Just keep the tails the same, huh? Get tea, all good, huh?
Good morning, chef.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you.
Cool. Almost finished this?
Yes.
So we just need a push, huh?
Yeah.
It's not far away and we need to get ready to go, huh?
We have 2 sessions daily, and over the weekend you have to book weeks in advance to make sure that you get a place for the afternoon tea. It is traditional afternoon tea with scones, patisseries. We're trying to make sure that our offering continues to change, so it's a ever-evolving afternoon tea, but keeping in mind tradition is always offered.
The VIP guests who Ali booked in earlier have arrived.
How are you both today? For a Saturday, not too bad. Come on through. Now, the Windsor Hotel, we've actually been serving afternoon tea continuously since 1883. Not me personally, but the hotel.
We are keeping history alive with our guests and with our staff, and we try to do it every day.
When the guests come here, they experience a lot from the front door all the way through to the dining room. We play an integral part, obviously, for some they have a wow on arrival. So obviously to making sure what they eat is obviously incredible. And then obviously for them finishing with a great service and the politeness of the staff and walking away knowing that they've enjoyed everything that they've eaten. It's important that we marriage in time and effort with the front of house too, which to create that experience, that wow factor. And then obviously that sees it right through to the end. And essentially for me, I always want them to be a wow at the beginning and a wow at the end.
We have a 136-year-old history of our tradition and make sure that we deliver a level of service which is better or incredible and best that the Melbourne can offer. So keeping that in mind, the team here is making the most to try and ensure that we give a level of traditional service.
2 hotels located in one of the most popular regions of Australia, offering guests 2 completely different types of stay. At the Windsor, keeping the quintessential charm and traditions of its deep-rooted history is as important as offering guests a personal service that makes them feel at home.
So we have to make sure that tradition is always followed, as well as keeping in mind the luxury that a guest would expect.
And at the Vineyard Hotel Jackalope, Its bold furnishings and brash architecture contrasts with its surroundings, providing guests with a hotel experience that's definitely a bit different.
One of our mottos at Jackalope is that we want our guests to escape reality. And that's what I love, because that's a point of difference to a normal hotel.
Both offer guests completely diverse and different experiences that ensure they remain some of the most sought-after hotels in Southern Australia. Across the globe, there are places which aspire to provide the most exclusive of holiday experiences. Luxurious.
What I am doing is the best you can get in the moment.
Adventurous.
Oh my God, lions! Oh my goodness!
And sometimes quirky.
He is one of the most famous guests, and he has a fan club. He has an Instagram of over 10,000 followers.
But what challenges do these hotels face, and how do they strive to be a top destination?
Anybody could have bricks and mortar in the right location, but in order to stay relevant, I do think it's important to innovate.
With exclusive access, we go behind the scenes.
All right, now let me take you to one of our specialty suites.
Following the staff who work around the clock.
Guys, we need to be fast, yeah? The guest is waiting.
To deliver to their guests whatever it takes to impress.
When you go from one room to the other, you go into another piece of art.
Notice the view is like no other in the world.
Our guests love fantasy and happiness.
We take care of every guest and make them feel like kings.
From Asia to Arizona, Kenya to the Caribbean, Dubai to India. Step behind the scenes of some of the world's most incredible hotels. Vietnam, a country known for its tropical landscapes, exotic Asian cuisine, and vibrant culture, which today is enjoying a new surge in popularity as a go-to travel destination. Hoping to offer visitors something special are two very different hotels. One dominates the city's skyline and hotel scene by bringing a slice of Italy to the Orient, sharing its opulent interiors and internationally sourced cuisine to visitors from around the world. While the other hopes its stunning location can offer a picture-perfect beach paradise, combining European colonial-style luxury with authentic culture from the local community to deliver an unforgettable stay. The Annam Resort is located on a tropical white sand beach in the peaceful coastal town of Cam Ranh, and only 1 hour by plane from Ho Chi Minh City. Guests who arrive here are welcome to what locals describe as paradise.
Annam is the name for Old Vietnam. And this was selected by the owner's family. It's very nice, it's easy to remember. And it's also Annam, Old Vietnam. It fits perfectly into our concept.
Opened in 2017 and overlooking 300 metres of its own private beach and crystal-clear turquoise waters, the Annam Resort's 213 colonial-styled villas and suites are designed to echo old-world values. They aim to offer 5-star luxury and beachfront relaxation to guests who come from all over the world.
First of all, we are a colonial beach resort. everything is based on this colonial idea. You see the interior design, you see lots of elements in the uniforms, in the floor tiles. So this is first and foremost our concept.
Many of the hotel's guests choose to start their day with a morning yoga session. With the session taking place overlooking this beautiful coastline, it should be a very calming experience. But for the staff here, the location means constantly having to be ready for what Mother Nature decides to throw at them. So while some guests wake up to another day in paradise, on the hotel's private beach, a huge team of groundskeepers under the command of lifeguard and recreation manager Ding Jun Tae Guan are busy getting the beach back to its former glory after a massive storm hit the area last night.
Ngày hôm qua thì bão nó tới thì hơi bất ngờ một chút, bởi vì buổi tối hôm đó thì nó chưa có gì hết, nhưng mà buổi sáng thì trong vòng cỡ 2 tiếng đồng hồ nó làm kinh khủng lắm. Gió thổi là nhìn tầm 20 mét, 10 mét là mình không thấy gì hết mà chớp liên tục.
Worse still for staff, last night's bad wind and heavy rain has knocked over 10 trees on the resort and left its private beach covered in wreckage. While lifeguard Jun organises the clean-up operation on the beach, duty manager Win Lu Hai needs to make sure last night's storm hasn't put guests' safety at risk by checking in with his team. On a resort that covers 12 hectares, having the right transport is key.
Yesterday night we have a really big storm, and I need to come in to check with my staff over there. Everything is working well in that area, in the beach area. So you can see it's a little bit damaged here, and all the sand is have thrown out. Now I need to check and inform to the gardener with the team to fix it, like this area and this area also. There was a lot of rubbish at the beach this morning, and my staff with the team already taking to here.
With his inspection over, Hai needs to rush back for his daily meeting with resident manager Norbert Meyer.
You can imagine that there are so many things to be done in a resort like this, and there are every single day special requests from guests. There are last-minute arrangements to be done. I'm going to meet my department heads now and to provide a truly 5-star experience for our guests and to ensure that the guests are happy. Hello, Sing Chao, good morning. How are you today?
So every day there is a departmental briefing, so it's very well structured that we go from the top down to the bottom. So it's a little bit like a military base, you know. All the troops know exactly what to do.
Top of the agenda today are preparations for the arrival of some important VIP guests.
Maya, can you update us on the preparation of the arrival of Mr. and Mrs. Lair today?
This is the first trip, the trip for their first wedding anniversary. Yeah. So Mr. Nam would like to arrange something special and surprise his wife. So I suggest him to do a romantic dinner on the beach.
Very good idea.
Yeah, I think Miss Maria will be very happy about that.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Leia are due to arrive in just hours. And for Norbert and his team, their focus is to deliver them an incredible experience. But after last night's bad weather, the first priority is to make sure they're safe. Having made his checks across the entire resort, duty manager Hai is ready to update his colleagues on the situation.
Our team already double-checked with all the departments to make sure of the guest security and safety. There are the room 135, 328, and 401 call and concern about the rain and the disturbance by the thunders. Our night manager already talked with them and said that they don't need to worry about. And we also check the resort or every corner and make sure that there is no flooded or
well done, very good. Yeah. Let's take a look today into the weather forecast for the next few days, so that in case we need to arrange accommodations for our associates, so that when they cannot go home safely or cannot come on time, they can stay here, and we make sure that there's a place for them to stay. Yeah? So I will arrange that, but let me know about the weather conditions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think a very exciting day ahead, and so let's make sure that our guests are all happy and that everything is arranged before they arrive. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
While staff at the coast get to grips with the day's new challenges, just under 400 kilometres to the southwest of Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City, is another hotel that's trying to make a name for itself on the country's hotel scene, the Reverie Saigon. It made its grand debut in 2015 after a 7-year building programme. With over 200 guest rooms and suites, offering unrestricted views over the city, and palatial interiors which celebrate Italian culture and craftsmanship, it aims to be one of the city's premier locations for 5-star quality and hospitality.
Of course, we have a wonderful spa, we have a couple of restaurants, and yes, a swimming pool and gym. Yes, and a helipad.
Today, the hotel is also expecting the arrival of several VIP guests and is playing host to some important events. As if this wasn't enough, the kitchen team are also responsible for preparing food for all 5 of the hotel's restaurants. And it's here that executive chef Giovanni Perella believes he's established a reputation as one of the city's best venues for authentic Italian cuisine.
I grew up in an Italian family, traditional Italian family, a large family with a lot of cooking passion. I took the passion from grandma while she was rolling pasta on Sunday. I was hiding under the table when I was a child, stealing stuff for the pasta. That's where I understand that this will be my job for my life.
Giovanni serves up a real mix of family-inspired recipes for lunchtime diners, including everything from classical Italian salads to sandwiches and a range of pasta dishes. Another favourite with his guests is his take on another Italian tradition.
I would like to talk about my pizza. Since I'm from Napoli and the pizza is the icon of my city.
It is the best pizza in town as well, I would say.
Our beautiful pizza oven from Acunto, Napoli. Acunto family is 3 generations pizza oven makers. The wood we use is acacia. That's beautiful because acacia wood gives a beautiful aroma to the pizza. Sorry. I love him.
Apart from Giovanni's state-of-the-art pizza oven, the hotel has also chosen to invest in its own fleet of transport, one that's designed to give guests an idea of what might await them during their stay before they even reach the lobby.
We have quite a wide range of limousines. We have a fantastic Rolls-Royce, which is a special edition, which is the Phantom Dragon. Then we have a Bentley. We have another Rolls-Royce, which is the Ghost.
Hotel chauffeur Vu is making sure his Rolls-Royce is fit for service before he picks up his latest VIP guest from the airport.
Cold water, dry food, turbo, newspaper, and a iPad. So one special thing for the guests. Champagne for welcoming the guests.
For Vu's latest passenger, no matter how long their flight might have been, he hopes the Rolls can make the final stage of their journey to the hotel comfortable, even when outside in the city traffic is buzzing with the morning's chaotic rush hour. Vu likes to think his limousine is all about calm refinement and sophistication. While Vu starts his journey back to the hotel with his new passenger, on the 37th floor, executive housekeeper Wilbur is making his way to its top-of-the-range Visionaire suite.
We are very unique in towards that we have 12 different room types where none of the rooms looks alike, and even there are some suites which also show a different designer within the suites. Many guests which come, of course, they see the interior design and say, wow.
These designer suites can cost over £3,000 a night, so Wilbur has to check that every detail is perfect before their next guest arrives.
Housekeeping. Let's go in. So this is the designer by Visionaire, very different, very one of the kind of the designer. So as you can see, still have very top welcome amenity for VIP. You can see the connection between the leather, the marble, and the glass.
As you can see, there's nothing really around us which is blocking us. So there is no room with a bad view.
This is a very special bedroom with a lot of masterpiece of the furniture. You can see the chandelier. And go together with the top standard linen from Frete, 600 Tiscott, together with the leather bed headboard, can make the guest very happy.
With so many VIP guests arriving today, Wilbur and his team have their work cut out. They can only hope the city's notorious rush hour traffic buys them some extra time to prepare this suite for their next special guest.
It's a lot of pressure, but it's the excitement to have your guests coming in. It is, yes, it gets your blood pumping. It's very exciting.
As Wilbur and his team add the finishing touches to the Visionaire suite, hotel manager Christina von Reddy is making her way down to the hotel's lobby to make sure her staff are prepared for another busy day.
Welcome to the 7th floor, which is our check-in area. This is where you have the concierge and the reception desk. So the centerpiece of the entire hotel, and of course certainly of this floor, is this fabulous Baldi clock, which is 24 karat gold. It was custom-made for us. And it is, well, the building is called Times Square, and the Times Square building needs to have a clock, and then it cannot be any clock. So Baldi has designed that and made that for us.
The hotel's Baldi clock is just one of the features designed to impress its guests.
This is my most favorite part, I have to confess, which is our elevator, because there's no elevator like that I've ever seen anywhere. And this is agate stone, which is cut so thin that the light can shine through and makes it that fabulous. Welcome to the ground floor lobby, which is our welcoming lobby. And if you look on the ceiling, you have this fabulous Murano glass, which is shaped in the form of Vietnam. All okay? Everything fine? Yes? Very good. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
But the hotel has another new arrival this morning that isn't so welcome. The same storm which battered the beach resort the previous evening has now hit Ho Chi Minh City.
How are you? Guten Tag, wie geht's? Everything okay?
Yes.
Not very busy today because of the typhoon. Today we cannot go out and we cannot put the furniture out. So no terrace today. There is no normal day, but this is why I'm in the business since such a long time, because there's no dull moment, it's never boring and it's never the same. And you always have to adapt to new situations which come all of a sudden because it's so unpredictable.
Yes, but the guests will come inside.
Exactly, the guests will come inside. But you don't have to stand outside to get them inside. Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
can have fascinating building, you can have a fascinating hotel, but if the team is not adapting to it or giving the work with it, then nothing is working.
Having professional staff who can cater to the wishes of guests from across the globe is also essential to the success of the Annam Resort. Here, the solution is its in-house training programme. And today, new member of staff Z has arrived for his latest lesson.
Hello, this is my first day of working here, so I need the uniform for the language.
Here your uniform.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your working day.
See you.
An important element of the staff training programme is role play. And for today's scenario, Z has been selected to play the part of a waiter who has to deal with an unhappy customer.
Hello, yes.
I'm very angry because I ordered the food 15 minutes ago.
Okay, sorry. Just a moment, let me check with the kitchen, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm very sorry about your inconvenience. So because we had a problem in the kitchen, so now your food will be coming in 10 minutes. So would you like some tea or coffee?
While some members of staff are learning how to deal with an upset customer,
I'm very hungry, please.
on another part of the resort, the housekeeping team are also working hard to make sure their guests have the best possible experience.
Em vớt giùm chị cái này đi.
As they work against the clock to get one of the hotel's 77 luxury villas ready.
Ồ, phòng VIP đến. Xong chưa em? Nhớ bỏ hoa trên này nha.
At over £700 per night, guests can enjoy 267 square metres of palatial interiors and access to their own private pool and sea views. While guests have been enjoying the massage treatments available at the resort's 400 square metre Srimara Spa, down on the hotel's private beach, it's been a hive of activity as an army of staff have been working hard to clear up the wreckage from last night's storm. And thanks to their incredible effort, together with the perfect weather, lifeguard Jun is finally ready to welcome guests for a fun afternoon on the water.
Mùa êm thì khách thường chơi thuyền buồm, rồi kayaking, rồi hồi có thuyền thúng nữa, rồi lặn, câu cá, vân vân rồi.
With so many beach activities on offer, guests at the resort shouldn't have to worry about getting bored.
Just too much to do.
Yeah.
Too much to do. You can't fit it all in the time we're here.
Yeah, we would have liked to stay longer. Yeah, that's the only regret.
Vào lúc 3 giờ thì sẽ có nhân viên sẽ mời khách và chơi với khách. Còn ví dụ ngày đẹp á, thì khách có thể bất cứ lúc nào cũng xuống chơi kayak hay thuyền buồm được hết, free tất cả.
Back in Ho Chi Minh City, the staff at the Reverie are also busy carrying out their daily maintenance. And with last night's storm having made its way to Ho Chi Minh City, the wind has picked up, so personal trainer and recreation supervisor Bao is making sure his own stretch of waterfront, the hotel's rooftop pool, is ready to welcome guests. But Bao's latest visitors aren't here for a swim.
I have been working here almost 2 years, and my passion's still burning every day. We have to vacuum, use the suction to remove everything under the water, such as debris, muds, or dust.
And when it comes to making sure this pool is in pristine condition, there's no shortcuts. Just good old-fashioned breaststroke and a pair of goggles.
Hi guys, are you ready? Okay, now please go diving deeper and make sure everything is good. He has to dive in deeper to make sure the mosaic tile to be clean. If not clean, he has to use the brush to clean it. Make sure everything is the tiles. It's good. Do you need this one? No.
Bao and his colleagues carry out their detailed inspection of the hotel's swimming pool, on the 5th floor, local Ho Chi Minh resident Lucy Wing has chosen its ballroom as a venue for some very important celebrations.
Thì hôm nay có một số bạn bè thân nhân dịp sinh nhật của ông. Trong mấy người bạn từ tháng 10 đến tháng 11 mà ai cũng bận không đi được, cho nên hôm nay là tụ với nhau lại. Sàn ở đây thì nói đúng ra là mấy em service thức ăn ngon, tức là nó hoàn toàn vừa ý hết. Chỉ có mong là khách sạn càng ngày càng đông khách thôi, đông khách để mà cùng chung vui với mình trong những buổi tiệc lớn. Khách sạn The Rivery này nó có cái view, cái khung cảnh đẹp, nhìn nó mới mẻ và nó có những cái mà nó làm cho tụi chị relax được. Ngồi đây có nhẹ nhàng.
Another one of the hotel's amenities Lucy and her friends are hoping to use as part of their celebrations is its popular spa. And it's here spa trainer Kitty Ma is teaching her team how to handle guests by revealing the secrets of Thai massage.
Hello, lady. Hi. Good morning. How are you today? I'm fine, thank you. Are you ready for the Thai training for today? Yes. That's very good. All right, Lisa, could you please prepare yourself? My job responsibility is to help to train the spa treatment, and of course sharing is the knowledge. This is what I love.
With the scene set, Kitty Ma can begin the demonstration.
We prepare the towel to cover. Lisa, yes, cover for you a little bit. Yes. You feel comfortable? The light, the music is okay? It is okay. The luxury hotel and the high-profile client, they are looking for something is above and beyond experience.
With her Thai massage demonstration over, it's time for Kitty Ma's students to see how much they've learned.
In each treatment, in each massage, the key important is consultation with the client and figure out what the aim of the treatment of your client need. This is a good begin, and my staff already to serve the guests in this hotel and to make our spa is memorable for the experience. That's all.
The spa is just one of several facilities available to guests. But as a hotel located in one of the most vibrant and exciting cities in Southeast Asia, many of its visitors are looking to enjoy all the attractions that come with it.
Em thích mẫu này, mình có thể cho em xem vải được không?
We have a prime location here. Everything is reachable by foot. There's no better place to stay, if you ask me.
But for any guests who don't want to venture out onto Ho Chi Minh's busy streets and instead prefer the luxury of shopping from the comfort of their own hotel suite, fashion designer Lucy Wang is happy to provide a special service. And today he's delivering one of his latest creations, inspired by Vietnam's national garment, the E09.
Riviera là một khách sạn rất là đẹp và nổi tiếng nhất ở thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, và những vị khách đến ngủ tại Riviera thì đều là những người mà tôi muốn nói rằng là số 1.
Guests at the hotel who specially commission an E09 from Lucy Wang are looking for something unique. But for a £1,800 price tag, they expect a one-of-a-kind garment with no expense spared. He hopes his latest design is up to the quality his clients at the hotel demand.
Đây là một cái thiết kế hết sức là đặc biệt tôi dành cho người khách từ Riviera. Nó được thể hiện vẽ bằng tay, rồi sau đó được kết bằng những hạt đá Swarovski. Với một cái bố cục ở phần trên áo dài thì nó sẽ làm cho cái người mặc khi mà xuất hiện tại các cái sự kiện họ sẽ rất là nổi bật.
For the Annam Resort's general manager, Herbert Laubishler-Pischler, promoting the country's culture and identity is key to a guest's stay at the hotel. So his first task was to offer them a taste of the real Vietnam.
What I realized is that I wanted to bring in as much local color and as much local culture as possible.
We like the Asian food and we want to see the culture, and we heard a lot about Vietnam from our colleagues on work.
We love this resort and the Vietnamese people, also the very good food here.
The more authentic it is, the better for you, because that's the reason why you go on holiday. You want to feel when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and when in Saigon, do as the Saigonese do.
Soon after taking over running the resort, Herbert met local photographer Mai Lau, and they quickly formed a close bond over the local arts and crafts scene.
I know Herbert, and he's a person who loves photography, and Herbert have contact me and have an idea to show to the tourists something about the real Vietnam, not only with the beautiful landscape, but also beautiful with the daily life, with the local people, how the people are smiling.
To deliver this experience, Herbert has introduced local art tours, so guests can get a real taste of authentic Vietnamese culture, thanks to Mai Lau's intimate knowledge of the local community.
We want to give our guests the opportunity to make the most out of the holiday, to get this feeling, to get this experience. And the more we do this and the more we help them, the more we help the guests. And of course, we also help the country and we help our staff.
Even when you go to the soul field, when you see how the hard worker, then you know the value of every soul you eat. And this is something Europeans love to see. Yeah, they like to see how the Vietnamese people living, how their daily life, that you would not see somewhere in Europe.
Today, Mai has headed down to the docks in nearby Nha Trang village, a popular destination among guests at the resort who take part in his local tours, and his favourite location for capturing photos of typical Vietnamese life.
So I normally take some tourists here. Most of the Europeans, they want to see something, to learn something from the real life. How the people living by the fishing village, how the people catching the fish, how the people live in the small community.
Back in Ho Chi Minh City, the Reverie Saigon also lays on unique local experiences for its guests. Beginning in their fleet of executive limousines, they want their day trips to feel luxurious. Today, staff are planning what they hope will be a special treat for two guests.
My name is Thảo, so I'm the butler at the Reverie Saigon, a member of leading hotel group. So today I assist the chef to prepare the picnic for the Mekong River.
The experience, which costs over £1,500, includes a specially prepared gourmet picnic, which Tao has come to collect from executive sous chef Marcel Geraldini in the hotel's kitchen.
Today we have a special request from one of our regular guests, and we have prepared a couple of things that he likes. We have the berries, hand-picked berries. We have the fresh strawberries, came in this morning. He's very particular about the cherries, came from Chile. For the seafood, we have the Amalfi Coast lemon, Scottish smoked salmon, Alaskan queen crab with the Vietnamese sweet basil, organic green leaves. And this one, please, is the caviar. You have to make sure it stays nice and cold. You keep everything here. If there's anything else you need, you let us know. Just make sure the caviar is nice and cold all the way through.
With the caviar on ice, there isn't a moment to lose as butler Tao jumps into a waiting car to take her straight to the pride of the hotel's transport fleet, a 60-foot Monte Carlo 6 private yacht.
This is for glass decoration. The caviar, I need to put and make sure this very cold as the chef asked before. So welcome to Reverie, so please take a seat.
With guests finally on board, it's time to hoist the anchor and begin their special tour. As the main water supply for the entire city, this 5-hour cruise down the river cuts through the city in style, while its passengers enjoy a unique perspective of the communities and wildlife which thrive on its banks.
So the champagne for you. Please enjoy the picnic we prepared for you. And are you ready? I will talk with the captain. We'll move now. Yes.
While the guests in the city enjoy their afternoon navigating the river, back at the Annam Resort, the hotel's guests are enjoying one of its spa's many massage treatments to unwind after an active day on the beach. And local street photographer Mai Lau has arrived at the hotel with a surprise for his friend, General Manager Herbert.
So, I've come here to deliver some photo for Herbert. And it's just keep secrets until we sit order. And as Herbert, he loved us, so I want to make him to be surprised. Good morning, Herbert.
Oh,
Yeah.
good morning. How are you?
Yeah,
just
come.
The coffee prepared already.
Yeah.
For you. Come sit down. I hear you went to the fish market yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some new photo. Just want to show you, pick up something.
Show me, please.
You see,
This one is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shark and the fish.
Yeah. Okay, let's take this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will frame it, put it up.
Okay.
Mai's photographs are not the only taste of local authenticity to arrive at the hotel today. With preparations for this evening's dinner service already underway, the hotel's popular Lang Viet restaurant is hosting some very special visitors, a group of local women carefully selected for their skills in authentic Vietnamese cuisine.
The mama cooking is something which is really, really exciting.
The mamas, they hold all the secrets when it comes to Vietnamese food. They are the ones that get you to really experience something new about Vietnam in the way of flavors. They've all got their own little recipes. They also bring the smile, their sort of personality into the food. What they bring to the Annam just allows us to sort of bring the outside into the resort so that guests can experience more.
We bring them here and they cook for our guests, and this is the most successful idea and concept I've ever developed in my entire career. It's very, very good. Every time I think about it, I get emotional because I feel, you know, it's so nice when you come home to your mother.
Just enjoying the taste that each of them bring, it's overwhelming. I mean, I enjoy it very much every day, especially on my days off.
Finally, the moment all the guests have been waiting for has arrived. Even busy General Manager Herbert has found the time to go to tonight's authentic Vietnamese feast, courtesy of the mamas.
You can hear the music. It always changes at 6 o'clock in the evening. And now we have a look at the mamas, what they cooked so far. And I will try one of the things if they let me try. Okay, you never know. Good evening, Mama. How are you today? Everything okay? You did well so far, I hear. I don't speak Vietnamese and they don't speak English, but we know each other now because I go every time when they come, I go there and I shake their hand and they laugh at me and they are happy when I eat their food. Can you give me a plate, please? My plate over there. Yeah? Thank you. This is my tasting plate, okay? I always take this one. This one with a little sauce. So, let's see. Very delicious. Perfect. Thank you very much.
The Mama's Buffet provides the perfect opportunity to introduce guests to classic Vietnamese dishes and regional ingredients like wild betel leaf and the local chilies.
This is a really, really nice dish. Okay? This is the, I wouldn't say the favorite dish, but President Obama ate this when he was in Hanoi. Yeah? Is here, bun cha Hanoi. Yeah? But here is my absolute favorite, beef la lotte. And I will try this one, okay? You see, everyone likes this always, yeah? So I have to queue as well. When I see the interaction with our guests, then I say, okay, that's the thing I wanted to achieve, and I've achieved it. So I'm satisfied with the things I see there. Yeah? This is how it makes me feel.
Back at the Reverie Saigon, the storm has meant the hotel's bars and restaurants are getting busy as visitors take refuge from the bad weather. But that's not the only reason.
We have the Long Bar, which is the longest bar in Ho Chi Minh City. It's stretching over the entire building.
At 48 metres, the Long Bar is the perfect venue to unwind with one of its signature cocktails. While visitors are entertained at the bar, in the kitchen for executive chef Giovanni and his team of internationally trained chefs, their attention is on tonight's dinner service. There are 5 restaurants on site and all offer a varied menu, so guests choosing to eat in have plenty to choose from. And Giovanni's Italian flavours offer something a bit different to holidaymakers looking for food with a bit less spice than the local cuisine.
I will say refined Italian cuisine, without any doubt, one of the best in town. I can guarantee that. This actually is our kitchen of Romeo and Juliet, our specialty restaurants, Italian restaurants. Here we do prepare a lot of Italian specialties.
This evening, a signature dish on the menu includes a classic Italian cheese, burrata. But like all the ingredients in Giovanni's kitchen, it's a cut above the usual, specially flown in from southern Italy for the restaurant's diners.
Our beautiful burrata, it comes from small producer Apulia. Beautiful, this is going very well. It became one of our signature dish. Burrata is beautiful because outside looks like mozzarella, but inside is very creamy. I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay. Underneath we have a roast tomato, organic tomato from our farm, tomato jelly, basil crumbs. Then I put some basil seeds, beautiful extra virgin olive oil, and voila. We have around 300 pieces per month, but the producer does not produce more than that because they say the flavor of the cheese, if they started to make more, is not the same. So we only have 300 pieces for our exclusive guests of the hotel.
Importing the hotel's burrata and dozens of other genuine Italian ingredients may seem like a huge challenge, but it's nothing compared to the massive effort Giovanni and his team have made to keep the kitchen supplied with its other essential fresh ingredients.
It was a big challenge. We couldn't find a good olive oil. We couldn't find eggs, proper eggs. We started from zero. We have our own farm in Dalat where we have organic vegetables. We couldn't find, so we came up with this decision to make it, to grow for ourselves. You know, I have so many restaurants. Better go now, otherwise we have nothing to eat. One maialino, pick up!
Annam Resort and the Reverie Saigon both aim to provide accommodation that they hope delivers the perfect combination of luxury, warm hospitality, and memorable experiences.
I want them to be blown away by the hotel and by the service, and say that it is the second home that they can leave and say we have been at home.
Here we care about guests. We never say no. No one is allowed to say no in this hotel. Only me. You know, We have a special request, we have difficult requests sometimes, but that's why we are here for.
In a country which, for many visitors, presents a culture and environment far outside their own experience, these hotels offer a perfect blend of familiar Western-style hospitality and their own unique and authentic opportunities to explore the unknown.
And now about our people. That's something really like a legend name and original name of the Vietnamese.
Traveling can change you completely.
The staffs are very friendly and helpful, and they also have a very friendly laugh on their lips. It's a very fantastic hotel. We will come back, we are sure about it.
Please come to our place, let your frustration outside of the door, come here, open your heart, and you will have the most amazing time.